Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, I've been asked to do a mandatory kit list for man versus mountain. So inshallah, I'll go through the list one by one so you have an idea of what to get, inshallah. So number one is a small rucksack or a bum bag. But I would recommend, something like a medium size, depending what you're going to take. Obviously, you need your food, your snacks, and change your clothing if you're going to jump in the lake, or if you want to take extra shoes, whatever. Then I would recommend, a rucksack, and if you can get a waterproof one, that'd be even better. If you can't, then there's like a waterproof cover that you can put over on top. Because yesterday we went to climb a mountain, and there was like, one of the bags was totally soaked because it wasn't waterproof, and we didn't have a cover on it as well. So the weather can change any time, but I would recommend, a waterproof bag or get a waterproof cover. So next thing on the list is running shoes. Trail shoes are recommended. So when we climb the mountain, you want a good sturdy boot with ankle support, because it's a rocky mountain, and your ankle can twist. So it's important if you can get something with ankle support. But if you don't like these boots, you think they're too heavy, whatever, and you'll find it difficult, then you can get something like this, which is no ankle support, and it's between a boot and a trainer. So that's very light as well. So it's up to you, how you want to do this. So next on the list is a hydration bladder or bottle. So hydration bladder means that it's like a bladder, the plastic thing there, which you can buy from any sport shops or Decathlon, and it can take, like this one can take 3 liters of water. And what happens is you fill it, and it comes, you can buy a bag, or it comes in a bag. Some of them come with a bag, and so you put it on like a rucksack, or you can put this bladder inside your rucksack, and then you can put this pipe outside, and you can keep on having little bits of water throughout your journey, when you climb the mountain.
And I think it makes it easier because you're not having to stop and get your bottle out your bag.
Yeah, so it makes it easier, because you have to constantly, if you've got your rucksack, then you need somebody to open the rucksack, or you're going to take the rucksack off and drink the water. So this is what I used in the marathon, and this was really helpful. But in saying that, you can take a litre bottle of water as well, and with the water I would recommend to take some Lucozade isotonic. That would help you as well, because you need sugar, you need energy, for the run. And then the food, they recommend, mandatory 400 calories. So when I did the marathon, what I took was dates and sweets. That was enough for me, but obviously this is like a even longer pace, and you're climbing up the mountain, so you're going to need more energy. So I would recommend like protein bars, carbohydrate bars, Kendall mint cake. This is what the mountaineers use. So anything with high sugar content, bananas or whatever, and it doesn't have to be healthy. What you want is quick sugar to give you that energy straight away. And I would recommend to take like a sandwich or a wrap that you're definitely gonna get hungry, so you will need something like that as well on your journey, so you can eat when you rest and stuff along the way. So next thing on the list is waterproof jacket with tape seams. So this is a waterproof jacket, and you can see it says waterproof, breathable, windproof, and tape seams. Tape seams generally means that, when there's a stitching on the outside, so water can penetrate through the stitches. So from the inside, you can't see it here, but I'll show you in a minute. but from the inside they seal it up. So they put like a piece of plastic and they iron it on, so it's it taped up
waterproof.
properly, so it's complete waterproof. So this is the brought waterproof jacket. If you don't have, you know, don't skimp and scrape. That's what I would say, because yesterday when we climbed the mountain, it was like, you know, the rain, hailstones, and if I didn't have a waterproof jacket, you know, everything what I wore would have been wet, you know, and I would have been cold and freezing and whatever. So, you know, definitely get one, you know, and you can get them from Decathlon, any sports shops or any outdoor shops, you know, you can get them. So, what the mandatory list, hat.
And I'd say it's better to get a thin one,
Yeah.
thin waterproof, so you can layer up, can't you?
Yeah, so you can, if you get a thin one, if you get a thick one, what would happen is, so you're going to put it on and you can't do nothing about it if you get too hot. So if you take it off, you'll be too cold, and if you leave it on, you'll be too hot. So if you get a thin one, what would happen is that you can wear a jumper inside or a hoodie inside, and then you can put this on top, and then when you get too hot, then you can just take the hoodie off and leave the jacket on. So that you know, that's the benefit of it. So if you have it, you know, a thicker jacket, then you might come into problems. So the next one is a survival bag. So the survival bag is a sleeping bag, basically. You know, you can buy them, you see on the picture, it's just a sleeping bag with foil inside. So if you get stuck in the mountain, you know, you can use this, you know, and it'll keep you warm. So that's why they ask. Obviously, you know, there'll be people there on the day and there, but obviously they have to take precautions. So survival bag, and they're pretty cheap as well off eBay. So, right, let me put it this way because. So the next basic first aid kit, containing at least a triangular or comfortable roller bandage, so which is basically a sling. So you can buy this from Asda as well, you know. So it comes in majority of if you buy the first aid kit, majority of the stuff will come in that anyway. So this one, and then an assorted adhesive dressing. So this is adhesive dressing that you need. So it's just like plaster dressing, you know, in case you get cuts and stuff. And then they want a separate sterile absorbent material, gauze. So we got this from Asda. So it was only a couple of quid from Asda. Right, so you need a whistle. This is a survival whistle, which is quite loud. You can get this from eBay. So it's only a couple of quid. And they're asking for fully charged mobile phone and £10 when you finish, because you might want to buy something. And then they're asking for a full leg cover, which I'm assuming they mean a full waterproof cover. So when we talked about the tape seams before on the waterproof jacket, this is what they're talking about here. So can you see the stitching on the outside, but on the inside they've got this plastic cover to tape up the stitches so the water doesn't get through. So waterproof pants, you can get them from Decathlon. These ones were under a tenner, and I used them in you know, really bad rain, and you know, it did not even a drop came through it, alhamdulillah.
And it was windproof as well.
Yeah, windproof as well. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything there.
Gloves, is that on the mandatory list?
Yeah, gloves. So these are the gloves, but you know, anything thin that you can wear. But I would recommend personally to get, if you can get, a waterproof gloves, because yesterday, and another thing, obviously this is my recommendation, the walking sticks. I used them for the first time yesterday whilst climbing the mountain, and they were amazing, absolutely amazing. You know, I would have struggled without them. There's climbing up, they're good support. So they, for example, they open up as well, so you can lock them into place. So however tall you are, so you can use them. So they're like good to, like, you know, for example, lean on. So when you're struggling, or when you're like walking and stuff, you know, and you might get back pains. So what this does is that it puts pressure, it takes away the pressure from your back, and you know, and activates your shoulders and your upper body. So that helps a lot, honestly. So
Good for coming down them as
yeah,
well.
good for coming down, absolutely. I think I've covered everything, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Okay then. Jazakallah khair for listening, and may Allah make your journey successful.
I was.
Well, everybody's. inshallah.
I mean.